hot out here. Houston, Texas. I'm so happy. The sun's coming out. It's way better. Yes. So shout out to but my mind's down. I can't think right now. Okay? I'm like Wendy Williams right now. Forget it. I want to talk about this right now. About the Don Batista being kicked off of YouTube, and I'm glad that he is kicked off. But I want to tell you something. I'm not an ass kisser. I sympathize with some of the things he said. Now we didn't get along, but he knows that I had the privilege to not get kicked off his channel. Remember, he said he want to niggas. I don't call myself a nigga, and I don't call myself a nigga, and I don't care if people see me as a nigga. I ain't gonna call it unless you determine me. Okay, I determine my own self. And identify as multiracial, African American, French, Creole, English, Irish, and I never called this man pure black. I said he was partially black, but also now she was Spaniard and Native. Okay, just like not who I am. My African and my European is Spaniard, French, Irish, English, and I'm also Native American too. So that's why my narrative was different. I come up with that old black national bullshit that was funded by the KKK. I'ma always bring this up because I use those stupid arguments coming before equality when actually those beliefs were not for equality. Elijah Muhammad did not care about your equality. Neither did doggone what's the dude's name? Marcus Garvey. It was the boys who care about equality. It was Martin Luther King who cared about equality. It was Michael X when he left the nation Islam, exposed their ass, getting money from H.L. Hunt, a Klansman, along with him, Elijah Muhammad sitting on the yellow teenage girl before R. Kelly scandal and Harvey Weinstein. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up. Okay, the sick bastard gonna make a buzz about how I'm supposed to live my life, funded by the KKK. I knew this time about Elijah Muhammad. I knew that this was slave master interpretation of how I'm supposed to live my life in the United States of America with black DNA and a male anatomy. Okay, I knew this. Okay, you can discern it. I have a good discernment. So, what people don't realize the reason why Antonio Batista and many Latinos, okay, who have that mentality, the Mijola Rasta mentality, what's it called, the coconut mentality, the food mentality, and I don't condone this, but you have to analyze. See, someone like me, okay, who put the multiracial movement, who don't fit that black national bullshit, who don't condone white nationalism either, because both are the same kind. It's just that the interpretations get people twisted and think that they're different when they're not different from the same doggone mouth, okay? The mouthpieces of hatred, okay? The difference is the counter America and then the dual and the racial binary, Anglo racial binary bullshit, okay? Black and white. Okay, so these Latinos are mixed with black and white and native, okay? And many of them down there in Latin America, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, and all the rest of them in South America are very exotic looking. So, but they list them as white, but they're not white and treated like white because they look white and they're not pure white. They mix with native and black, and some mix with Asian too. Because Asian went to me, besides the Philippines, we had Asians that went to Latin America too, right? Okay? But besides that, and you experience like, what's his name, Enrique Iglesias and Jabeli, his sister Jabeli and Julio Jr., they're part Filipino, and Sheda Kyle, she's part Spanish Filipino. I mean, real, okay? We have to be real up here. So, the truth of the matter is, okay, they don't want, it seemed to me that in his case, the kissing up to the white master American was the only way to survive. All of the white master don't want his ass here either, okay? They're talking about the Trump walls there. But they put him close to the black side, and everybody American want to drive black, and of course these people who believe like this, not the Spanish, talking about the white race people, where the openly racist or undercover racist, not like it is, they want people Africans to be in a place in a stereotypical narrative. When they talk about black beauty, they're not speaking from a person who is African American descent with sense. They're talking stereotypical mammy, uh, jigaboo type mix. That's what they want us to live under. So you have these immigrants from Latin America see that bullshit and they don't want to be associated with that. Who wouldn't? If you have sense, you read your history, you wouldn't want to be associated with no jigaboo and picking any bullshit, okay? But that's what the white society put. That's what you see in hip hop today. Today's hip hop is not hip hop like it was 1980s, right? Okay? They want gangster rap and thug culture and bitch and hoe and nigga, okay? No one don't associate with that. We may, laugh at that and joke about that, but on serious level, do you want somebody to live through that? Hell to fucking no, okay? So that's the whole reason why these people don't associate with black culture. First off, the black American culture is not even African. And yes, that Joe is correct that the Latin culture in Latin America is more African than the United States culture because the African slaves in the South, in the Anglo South, um, was stripped out their African culture, except for Louisiana was Spanish and French. Okay, all right, and the parts of Gullah Island in South Carolina, okay, where they was away from the mass, okay, in the little island, Gullah Island, but that's a whole nother story. In Spanish Florida, of course, because black Seminoles mixed with the Native Americans down there. But the truth of the matter is, the former slaves ran to Florida to get away from Massa. Like they went to Mexico, okay? When the Spaniards used to own Florida. So that's one thing I'm not anti-Spanish. Because one thing I wanted to say about the regular Latino, when you read Hispanic history from an white Anglo-Saxon Protestant mouth, watch out. And John Batista is correct. Not all Spaniards came to Latin America just completely raping the Native American and black women, okay? That did happen, but it wasn't always the case. That happened here in the United States with the Anglo-Saxon, okay? Religion does play a part to it. Yes, you have sexual abuse in the Catholic Church, but you also have sexual abuse in the Protestant churches, okay? And that ain't no joke, okay? I don't see how African American people who are Protestant, and I'm an ex-Protestant myself, can make fun of my religion, but those in the slave masters, most of them were Protestant in the United States. You had those who were Catholic in Louisiana and other places, but most of the slave masters who were white were Protestants. By a lot of African American people in the United States are Protestant because the slave masters were Protestant, and they twist the Bible to justify their slavery. That's why some of y'all, it actually speaks about me and my own family, because I don't think like a slave. I think like a slave, as a free person of color. I don't think like a slave and a slave. I think like a free person of color and runaway. They interpret the Bible. People in our family, I swear, that's what I'm fool with them. Like a slave, like they white master ancestor, which is in our ancestry, told them live by this, don't question it. You go to hell, you be condemned, blah blah blah. I question it because I saw the bigotry of it. Okay, so point is, in the Catholic Latin countries, race mixing was allowed. Okay, race mixing was allowed. It wasn't always rape, fools. It was marriages. You had white Spaniard men marrying black women and Native American women and mixed women. And you had black men, like in Mexico, marrying the indigenous women. Okay? So, and you had indigenous men marrying black. I mean, it was a big mix, okay? Because it went to being white women when the colonial people came here, okay? Until later, to start bringing more Europeans, and most of the white women didn't mix with the men of color, whether it be Native American, black. It did happen, but it wasn't rare. But actually, in Florida, it did happen because the free black men, both mixed and pure, did interracially marry, okay? So a lot of folks don't know the history. In Catholic countries like in regions like Louisiana and Latin America, they were open to race mixing. The white men accept the mixed race children. Okay, unlike here in the Anglo Protestant South, they reject and put the one drop rule on them. Okay, so that's the whole reason why, and the reason why that that's why I favor more of my French and Spanish side. Yeah, I acknowledge the English side of me and the Irish, but I mean, when it comes to European, I'm gonna be real. I have a lot of resentment towards my Anglo white ancestors in the United States of America what they did. I ain't talking about in England. I'm talking about in here. Okay, the trifling things he did. And when you hear about the French Spanish culture in Louisiana, the Frenchmen announced the mixed race children. They took them to school. They educated them. They were people of color. I mean, that's way better than them being put on the plantation after the daddy raped the mama and then you on a slave because you have a black today. I mean, that's why I have a lot of resentment towards Anglo-Saxon Southern history of mine. I mean, I'm not lying. I do have a lot of resentment towards them. They the one, and now let's get to the subject. I'm talking about Batista and many Latinos. The reason why they don't like African American people is not by looking African and African culture, which is stupid because Antonio Batista's culture is more African than my American culture. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, his ancestors kept their culture. Okay, they kept their culture within their and you hear this from the Spaniards. Where here the only time you can say about the French and Spanish Louisiana part of me, yes. But the Anglo side, this black Anglo side of me, they was abused and mistreated if they even practiced their religion or mention anything African. They had to adapt to this Anglo culture and American culture and be treated like they're not even human. Okay? So like I was saying, Volverás, Lord said that song has African elements to it. If I sing an R&B song, they got no African elements. It was made up by African American people, but it didn't come from no dog from Africa. Let's be real, okay? All right, I'm just call it like it is. So, point is, they're mad at African American people defending the Anglo-Saxon racial binary mess. That's what they're mad at. And many mixed race people in multiracial movement like myself, that's why some African American people how we don't get along, because I know what they're defending. They think they're defending their right to be who they are. No, they're defending their injustice. Anglo-Saxon binary racial system was made to put anybody with black DNA at the bottom. So why would you sit here and defend it and say this? Because one thing you understand, the people who defend one drop rule and black nationalism, they're defending the oppressed state. They're not defending to white supremacists. Being proud of being black is being proud of being at the bottom and not come back up. Okay, you stay at the bottom. You stay economically poor. You get rich for preaching that message. That's why it is. We get all that money from H.O. But the truth is, that's why Marcus started scamming people and okay, what's happening now. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, so point is, because people said they want segregation in Black Wall Street. Excuse me, they burned down Black Wall Street because they want us to be rich in segregation, fool. They want us to be poor, ghetto, impoverished, and defense with some drop of black DNA regardless what the color is, okay? Skin tone, hair, and all other mess, okay? So, do you understand? When Latinos see that, they don't want to be associated with people who defended of their misery. And that's what they see after when they're seeing people. And I noticed that Antonio Batista, talk shit about him because of the things he was saying. But I can't read nobody's mind. But they've got an idea that I know why he's attacking. He's attacking African people who choose to be stereotypical, dumb, and stupid, and think that's being black when it's not. This is a white racist ideology of what black is, and they're defending that narrative. So I'm not. I agree with Tariq Rashid's argument, but I had to say I don't speak that black nationalist bullshit. Okay, once you find out this mess was funded by KKK and white supremacists, so since we refuse to be on a plantation picking cotton and cleaning house and shining their shoes and stuff, we gotta go back home to Mother Africa. After there was no paycheck for making America so-called great and then money, okay? Because they made money off of slavery for free. That's why we for reparations. They don't want to pay us reparations because it's guilt, okay? It's not because we're going to be in private and spending money on credit and all other crap that's a doggone stereotype. They don't want us to pay us what we owe us, okay? And we, like I said, we deserve more than one paycheck for reparations. Many of us are part Native American. They use the father. That's why I don't agree with the Henry Gates Jr. lie on their American African American history shit that was back in the DNA test. DNA test don't always tell the truth. DNA come and contradict each other. Okay, Jessica Alba is a prime example because they said she had no black DNA on Lopez night, but when she was on her finding Ruth said the black DNA on her dad's side, 'cause she had one a chromosome. We got two chromosomes. Me, her dad's side came out. The Afro mess came out of her. We know them big lists of why no came from a motherland. Okay, to cover up. All right, so that's the point that I'm trying to say is that y'all sit here. The reason why Antonio does not do his research, he going to white supremacists to get, but it's a stupid thing. He need to attack both now a narrative, the white supremacists and the black supremacists. And the idea of black supremacists was black people with black DNA stay in a place, do not get up out of, and that's how you proud. When I hear someone say black and proud, what do you mean you black and proud? Are you proud of your African roots, or are you proud of being St. Master's place? I mean, being what St. Master wants you to be at, and what black DNA what's to do. Because, if you so much care about Africa, why many of them back in the day didn't go to Africa? You only like few people in the Black National Movement went to Africa besides, what's the name, Muhammad Ali fighting George Foreman and Zaire. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Have y'all studied African languages and trying to find what tribe and wear African clothes? No, you still wearing European. Jordans are not not African clothes, fools. Jordan T shoes, they use a dark skinned brother and owned by white people, Nike, to support that. Stop it, okay? They not no African sandals, they not no dashikis, and none of that stuff. Y'all wear European clothes. Hoodies are European clothes. Everything that you wear is European, okay? In designer clothes, you buying European. You're not buying no African garbs. You ain't iron none of that. Now y'all not nothing. Something. That's I laugh at these people talking about they love being black. But it's funny when you say you love being black, you say, I'm not African. I was born in the United States. Okay, well, the African they represent black, right? Well, I don't care. I'm not, okay, if you're not African, what the fuck you are then? We're mixed, okay? We have African, European, and Native. You're mixed. Dark, light, whatever. Your genealogy is mixed. That's what you are. You wouldn't, for those mixed people, the people mixing your family tree, your asses wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. So I acknowledge that. I'm proud of that. I don't want to be pure anything. I'm glad I'm not pure, okay? So, but it's funny. I never get had a light-skinned woman and I'm into her business. I'm Macy's. Okay, yeah, I'm talking about you, sweetheart. You my manager time. And it's funny, you clown me by my multiracial background speaking Spanish, but we had an African, and I had to explain how the Nigerian one was rude to us. And you sit here and said, you not either Igbo or Yoruba. And I said, wait a minute now, I acknowledge that. If I'm Yoruba and Igbo and Fulani, that's who I am. But this funny, she was trying to say she more pro-black and all other stuff, but you don't want to acknowledge the tribes of being black, the African tribes. You know what I'm saying? You want to buy into the statistical American white racist bullshit of what black is. And that's what Antonio was having a problem. And I'm glad that he pointed that out. See, that's why, have y'all noticed, before his channel got cut off, I never got banned on his channel because he knew I didn't speak like that. I ain't going to say, you black, you black, you black, black, black. No, you're multiracial. You're partially black. Okay? You're partially black. But you're not pure black. Pure black is pure African ancestry with no mixing in it. If you have other races in your gene pool, you're not a pure black person. Okay? I don't care what the white race society say. They're not God. Stop acting like they are. You are mixed. You are multiracial. Where you're dark skinned, you're light, your hair is kinky, straight, wavy, curly, whatever. Your gene pool is not 100% African. So stop lying to the world and trying to bullshit on people who tell the truth, like myself, who tell it like it is, okay? And I don't care what the white man that is a cop call you a monkey. You gonna say, oh yes, officer, I'm a monkey. Are you gonna say that, you dumb asses? No. So the truth of the matter is, I agree not letting the white society determine your life. Be aware of the racism, but don't let it internalize your mentality. And that's one thing I had to give him credit because I do the same thing. So to rag like him, I'm not bashing kids up ass, but I'm not defending that black nationalist bullshit. When you find out black nationalism was supported by the KKK, Marcus Garvey was friend with the KKK, and there is no for the KKK, and W. Du Bois exposed that. Michael X exposed that when he died, the everybody killed him because it wasn't just the ideological woman having sex with them yellow bone teenage girls. It was about that on that, but also so they was getting money from the KKK. Okay, if you there's a documentary about it, keep your mouth shut, keep your mouth shut. They were told you better keep your mouth shut. They was getting money from the HL Hunt, the white racist man who been there just like Trump, who got Kennedy killed. That's what y'all want y'all narrative to be what black is. So that's why they tell you everything in that book about the books of black men is a relegation. You have no rights. You gotta do whatever they tell you to do. That's not no freedom. That's not no motherfucking freedom. I don't want nobody telling me what the fuck to do. I don't care if you're my mom, my daddy. I run this. Unless you God Almighty, I run me. Ain't no man gonna tell me. I don't care if they have a badge. I did go there with the cops. They not God. I run this unless you God Almighty to stop it. That's on time. Thank you. All right. So that's all I gotta say. All right. Truth of the matter is, stop with this idea that we gotta go what masters say to get what we want. Because the reason why that y'all will quote you probably black, they'll get it from action. But now, you're scared that some Latino like Javier Ortiz, a cop down in Miami, who don't look black, who do have black ancestry, who now just make a video that he did make some racial stuff about anti-black. But how many Eddies from barbershop we see? I've seen dark skinned Eddies and light skinned Eddies and not such for a female version of Aunt Mamas in our community. There's no what Ortiz did saying anti-black stuff. It's no different me going to work right now and some stupid coon brother mistreating me over his wife's employees or some stupid Aunt Jemima bitch ass sister, okay? That I would not consider a sister and be slapped with a white racist man's dick, okay? Kind of like it is. I did say that. Because to me, y'all, I said, sister and brother, y'all act just like the white man, and y'all ain't my brother and sister. I do believe having a civil war within our own community, and I'll be in that civil war ready to fight y'all, okay? Just like you want to all that estrogen and all that doggone adrenaline rush on me and try to knock me down, talk to me crazy. That's back in my head, want to do some revenge, deadly revenge. Now, I'm not making no threats, I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, okay? If it was to happen without no legal consequence, I would do it, okay? It is what it is. I gotta go, bye. Have a nice day.